Hey, yo, what up, Pete? Beast Move is back in the car. We finna dig deep in this video topic. I'm finna dig deep and discuss about hypermasculinity once again. A while ago, I made the video that's called Dealing with Hypermasculinity. So here's gonna be a little part 2, a continuation video. So we're gonna dig deeper into this subject in hypermasculinity. I'm gonna discuss the issue, the main problem, the main issue with toxic hypermasculinity, y'all. Okay? And I'm making this video because we all come from different environments, y'all. So it's good to benefit ourselves with obtaining knowledge about where different ethnic groups especially come from. Because everything that happens, every mindset, everything else comes from an environment. Okay? So the main issue with hypermasculinity is this. It's so simple. It's not talked about. Not that many people talk about hypermasculinity. That's the main issue. That's the main issue. I also got my notes right here. You know, gotta be structured. Gotta be structured so y'all can follow what I'm saying, though. So that's the main issue, y'all. Why is that the main issue? I got 4 reasons why I would say why it's not talked about that much, and or why it's not like educated, or like people don't want to talk about it. I got 4 reasons why. One is as simple as many people don't know what it is or where it comes from. Number 2, some people are scared of somebody who is hypermasculine. So they'll tend to avoid it. That's also another reason. Either people are scared or other people just want to avoid it. They don't want to have to do anything that involves that. Oh, you got that problem? You got the hypermasculine problem? Oh no, keep that over there. I'm just gonna do my thing. I don't even want to deal with all that. And the last reason is, it's as simple as some people just don't know where it is or where it comes from, where it's originated from. That's an issue, y'all. That's why we have this social economic problem. It's not talked about. It's not talked about. It's a main issue, especially in America, because that's what creates the wealth gap, marginalization. You keep a certain group in this spot, they can't move. Marginalization, degradation, disregarding them. That's a main problem, because I would say a good majority of people don't really understand where certain ethnic groups get their mentalities from, where certain ethnic groups get their attitudes from. Thank God for YouTube. Thank God for TED Talks. We got all these things. Okay. So what is hypermasculinity? I made a video on this, y'all. If you really want to know what it truly is and what people go through, how people deal with it, watch that video, Dealing with Hypermasculinity. I'm going to provide the link down in the description if y'all even want to care to check it out. If I was you, I would highly do so. I would encourage you to do so. So just understand this about hypermasculinity. It's a mindset. It's how the way people project their demeanors to the outside world. Okay? So with that being said, the main issue, I've already said it. The main issue is it's not talked about. It's not educated enough. Education needs to be out there more. As in, people need to talk about, inform the public about hypermasculinity. Because if it's not, if it's going to continue to be ignored or not talked about, it's going to create more and more havoc in the social world. Killings, stereotyping, marginalization, degradation, etc., y'all. You're going to put one certain group in this small box because you think if this person has that mindset, They don't belong here. They belong in one spot. That's an issue. And I'm not just talking about with the black communities. This could be in Asian communities, white communities, not necessarily talking about hypermasculinity, but other mindsets that could be perceived as every single individual in that group has that same mindset, if that makes sense. That is the problem. It is simply not talked about enough. All right, I don't want to have to overgeneralize. We ain't doing that today. Most people think, for the ones who know about hypermasculinity, they mainly think that it occurs in our black communities or brown communities. Oh, no. It can definitely occur in your local suburban areas. You get what I'm saying? The environment, it could be as little as their childhood. If somebody came from the environment, like from the hood or any urban area or any area that has that mentality, it's really prevalent in that area. If they come to a different spot and if they still got those tendencies, their offspring may also get those tendencies. Notice I said may. It ain't always the case. It's kind of 50-50. The offspring may have those same tendencies. So if there are two parties, if they moved from a hood spot to a suburban spot, but if they still have those hypermasculine or whatever mindsets, then their offspring may have that same mindset. And that's where they come up with that same mindset in more suburban, laid-back communities. So it don't just have to be in it. The hypermasculinity does not only occur in hood spots. It can occur in your local suburban towns. Okay? When I was in high school, I've dealt with people who had that hypermasculine problem. All right? They would, trying to be bad kids, mainly dudes, sagging, coming to the school with knives. A couple of times, actually, somebody came to my high school with a gun. That's what I'm talking about. It takes something like that to tell you that it don't only have to occur in urbanized areas. It can occur in suburban areas, because I was born in the suburbs and that shit still occurred. So it can be it can even be in rural areas. Are you kidding me? It can even be in rural areas. It can happen anywhere, y'all. So, with that being said, the main issue, like I said, is not talked about. It needs to be talked about more. But here's some light at the end of the long-ass dark tunnel. What is the solution? What are these solutions? Thank God for YouTube. Thank God for TED Talks. We got all these platforms. If you have a cell phone, you are already ahead of the dang on game. You can find out how to get rich real quick. Just go on your phone and search on YouTube how to get rich long term. Ain't no get rich quick schemes over here. All right, let me get back on track. If you have a phone, you're already ahead of the game. So the solution, if you even care enough to find out and to get some knowledge about hypermasculinity, go on YouTube, search up TED Talk, hypermasculinity. And I guarantee you that you're going to find some professional speakers who have lived through that experience of being hypermasculine or dealing with somebody who had the hypermasculinity traits or mentality. And then you're going to get some knowledge. Programs. Go on the internet if you want to, if you really care, and search up what are the programs of talking about hypermasculinity or anything in that effect. You're going to get some programs. Books. There's this book called Chokehold, Policing Black and Brown Men, written by Paul Butler. It's a real good book. I'm going to provide the link down below in the description if y'all want to check out that book. I think that the book is on Amazon. It should be on Amazon, yeah, for like $15 to $20. It's a real good book. It will highly educate you on hypermasculinity, and it'll also give you a better perspective on black people going through, bad policing, killings, hypermasculinity, stop and frisks, all that. And you'll be amazed by the dang on statistics. So those are the solutions, y'all. The issue is not talked about. It needs to be talked about. From people not wanting to deal with it, it's too intimidating. People don't know about it. That's a big issue. Or people being scared. Man, those scared fools are some daggone duck feeding, Barney watching sleepers with the lights on. Oh no, keep the light on. I don't want to sleep in the dark. Just scared out they dang on shells. You know what I'm saying? It just, oh, I don't want to get out my car. I might get robbed. Paranoid ass. Anyway, that's the main issue. From people being scared, avoiding it, don't know about it, or they simply just don't understand it. They don't know where it came from. The solution, always good to be on YouTube. YouTube is going to keep on blowing up, y'all. You think that we have hella information now? Give it about 3 years. We're going to have twice as much information than we do now. So that's the solution, y'all. I wanted to make this video because y'all actually liked that video I made a few months back about dealing with hypermasculinity. I really want y'all to check that video out for real, so you can get a better perspective on not just us, from where we came from where other ethnic groups like Asians, Indians, where they all come from. Open up your minds onto why some people act the way they act. Okay, y'all? I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Girl, I'm gonna holla at y'all, though, in the next video. Be smooth. Peace out. If you like what I said, like, comment, subscribe real quick. I'm gonna holla at y'all, though. I already said that. Comment down below which video that y'all want me to make next, y'all. I love y'all. You already know that. I ain't gotta keep telling y'all.